ladies and gentlemen, I feel honored to be standing in front of you on this history-making day. Thank you all for coming to witness this event. Now, since we are talking about NRN, non-resident Nepali, we must start from its motto. Motto of NRN NCC, the slogan is, once a Nepali, always a Nepali. I would like to start my speech by stating that I truly believe in the mission of NRN NCC, National Coordination Council of America, which is to build a strong and vibrant American Nepali community, which stands together to support the principles of once a Nepali, always a Nepali. To achieve this goal, NRN NCC USA needs to, and I will do the following. I will definitely entertain the question and answers at the end, should there be any confusion and the voids during my written speeches. Please be patient, I will go there. Work with as many, number one, work with as many as possible Nepalese associations in the USA. As we all know that Nepalese organizations across the country have been growing like mushrooms. So we need to work, I will be working with as many as possible Nepalese associations in the United States of America. I think you will agree with me that we could do better than what is happening now. Number two, play an active role in global NRN activities. By definition, non-resident Nepali is a global organization which spreads across the globe. So we as American National Coordination Council of America, NRN, we have obligation and duty and the moral to coordinate with the parent organization, NRN ICC, and then conduct accordingly. So I think in that aspect, you will agree that we can do better than what is happening now. Of course, we all know that work with the government of Nepal in areas of global NRN's concern and interest, as well as concern of NRN NCC USA. The issues very important to us and very dear to us, such as visa. When you travel to Nepal, you require to get the visa to go to your own motherland where you were born and raised. So we can manage that issue. There is a serious complication and the fees involved that can be channelized, that can be managed in a better way. So we will have to deal with that in close connection with the government of Nepal. And of course, we all would like to not give up our citizenship, as we all are prepared to accept the citizenship of this country. That means we would prefer, we would love, we look forward to have dual citizenships. Citizenships of Nepal that you originally had, you would like to retain that citizenship while you accept the citizenship of this country. So-called dual citizenship, we all should be working aggressively on that aspect as well. Well, overall development of Nepal should be the sole responsibilities of the government of the Nepal and the resources that is available within the country. But we as expatriate, so-called diaspora, we have our obligation and duties as well to foster the development of our motherland. So we can coordinate the development efforts in different ways, which we can do better than what is happening now. And likewise, we have so many professionals. As Babita was conducting the program, during this speech program, she invited so many distinguished guests up in the podium to express their, I would say, not necessarily gratitude or not necessarily the wishes, best wishes to me, but also to present their critical assessment, critical analysis on me and my leadership skills. So all these distinguished people, they have their skills in certain areas, which can be channelized up to some extent for the development of our Nepal. So these kind of things can be done better than what has already in place now. So to accomplish all those things, perhaps I will work towards And all of this is not easy to do and does not happen unless we all work as a community. I as an individual, I as a president, should I be elected as president, I cannot undertake the whole projects that I just mentioned by myself. That requires support. That requires enormous efforts and strength. And that strength comes from we, NRN, as a whole community. So we need to strengthen our strength, current strength, as NRN USA. So with your support and encouragement, I want to do the following. Following NRN NCC, National Coordination Council USA bylaws clearly states that any states that has made over 100 members, registered members, they are entitled to have their own chapter. Chapter itself is a dynamic organization so that they can do their task. So first we need to form the chapters, which we will, and then mobilize those chapters for the betterment of our community and the betterment of our Matribhumi, Nepal, motherland. I will work hard for helping our Nepalese communities right here in the USA, which I have been doing in my 20 years of social service, which you guys have witnessed in different period of time. We have to empower our communities and make them stronger to get results. When we talk about the empowerment of our community, we have to retain our identity in many ways, but we should be able to get rid of those practices that we have inherited from centuries-old tradition, discriminatory practices while we live in this country. We should start here, and it should be started from us. And I will try to lead that effort. So, it's like basically the culture can be refined. Okay, that doesn't mean that we should get rid of our culture, but culture must be refined. To refine our culture, someone has to take the initiative. Someone has to take the lead, and I'm willing to take that lead, as should I be elected as NRN president. And there were, several initiatives. People come from Nepal to different parts of the United States. When they first come, they do not know, they are not accustomed to the American culture. They are not accustomed to the living of the expatriate, the Nepali. The Nepali, they have been already living here. So, to give them basic lessons, how to survive, how to live, how to behave, how to talk, how to sleep, how to talk, those basic things, basic ingredients in one's life, but very important and crucial. When I used to live in Michigan as an undergraduate student, many years ago, I have my dear brother, Balkrishna Sharma, Dr. Balkrishna Sharma. Him and another, our social community leader, Anita Adhikari, they jointly wrote a book that described how to live in America, how to in everyday life, how to talk to the people, how to approach the problem, how to tackle the issues, so on and so forth. But which became a blockbuster down the road. Everybody needed that. Everybody needed that. How to talk to the people in America. When we approach somebody, we should say, okay, excuse me, thank you at the end of the conversation. We are not accustomed to that when we first came to America. When we go to somebody else's house as a guest, we eat and we start flossing out right there. That is not the customary in American society. Those sounds very small things, but that goes a long way. And there's our social leaders, Dr. Balkrishna Sharma, Virotai, and Anita Adhikari. They have written a book which is widely circulated among the Nepalese community and which is very valuable. So we need to think about producing those little things across this country. We recently suffered a loss of a community member in Woodbridge, Virginia. The gentleman committed a suicide. Perhaps there were several underlying reasons, but I guarantee you one thing I can say, people have higher expectations. when they first come to America, and those expectations are very hard to meet overnight. And then the frustration starts, and the depression starts. And those people with a weaker heart, they tend to commit the suicide. But if we can run classes in Nepal, which may not cost a whole lot, awareness classes, what should you be expecting when you go to America? As an NRN, NCC, perhaps that kind of losses can be prevented. So those kind of little things which travels far away, I will undertake those things. Likewise, number 4, work closely with organizations, which everybody says and everybody should do that, so many organizations. To develop and promote Nepalese culture in the USA, we have ANS, BANA, Nepal Bhasha Puja, NOA, ANMA, so on and so forth. Under my leadership, I will form and work with various committees, different committees, formation of the committees, this, that I will be doing. I am not spending much time on this thing, which goes a long way. But one thing I will, as an NRN NCC chair, NRN NCC president, I will definitely support the global efforts of NRN ICC's efforts to build the secretariat in Nepal. There has been an effort going on to build a big secretariat office in the amount of 120 million rupees, I believe. And that will go a long way too. That will have some significance to the expatriates before they travel outside the country and the people who goes back to Nepal. Okay, I will definitely support that effort. And, of course, we have to start lobbying with the US Congress, US government. We have a caucus formed within the US Capitol, but we have no mechanism to lobby them for the betterment of our society, for the betterment of our Nepal, as a country. So we should start bridging the gap between our community and the caucuses in the capital here. And because of my strategic location, my domicile happened to be the Washington, D.C., and my affiliation with the United States government, and my leadership skills and my experiences in this community, I have a serious confidence that I can bridge that gap which has been created since our past ambassador, Dr. Shankar Sharma, which led this effort to establish the caucus in the capital, has gone down. I will re-energize the caucus and I will start lobbying between the country of Nepal and the leadership in US Capitol. So I think I have outlined my agenda, although due to the shortages of time, I had to cut short. Agenda, and I hereby express my commitment to serve NRN NCC USA. I hereby announce my candidacy for the post of president of NRN NCC USA in front of this very gathering tonight. I am proud to be a NRNA and look forward to serve the community. Thank you, everybody.